He's missed the last couple of games, so Drew McGill has gotten the start. He'll be in there again, the kid from Alabama that played at the Hill Academy. Justin Coppola has been excellent for Villanova. The junior from Long Island is 12th in the country at 61% facing off. And pick your choice. Who's going to do it today, Austin? Mike Lenskold. Brian Volker said it would be him first. An easy first win for Coppola.
Yeah, well, we just talked a little bit about the whole face-off situation for Drexel in the Open, but when we talked with Coach Volker before the game, he told us they've got a cage match going on there. It's a
Drew McGill comes in saving the ball at 47%, and Luke Keating with a dime. Last week, Luke Keating didn't have any points. His first ever collegiate game without a point. Violation on Drexel. They went with Mike Lenskold again, as Brian Volker told us in our chat.
Really nice play in front to find a cutting basket. He was all alone and finishes.
2 assists by Keating to 2 goals scored by Brett Baskin. Coach Volker said we need to make it a 50-50 scrum, try and push the face-off to our wings and maybe muck it up a little bit. But Justin Coppola has been awesome this year. Drexel ends up getting their first face-off. Said Quinn on defense. Even you look at some of the guys on offense, they've all had slow starts, but they're playing better as Coppola wins the face-off. As it's been Coppola against Lenskold, we haven't seen a lot of the other guys.
But they made quick work of it. 17 seconds in, they score.
A 35% shooter. You see Lenskold trying to muck it up a little bit more against Justin Coppola, who's strong and quick, and Villanova will play. That's his 6th career assist, and that's why he gets a lot of numbers. He'll get a lot of attention, and that's why Jack Farrell is an All-Colonial preseason team pick and a chance to be an All-American. As the face-off is won by Drexel. How about this? As Drexel has hung in there at the X. A great job by Charlie Maley, the backup pole, coming to rescue them. About it, he's a 44% shooter. That's 35th best in the country. Aiden Cole at it again.
Yeah, now 4 straight goals for Drexel. Let's see if Villanova has an answer, but the time ticking down here in the first quarter.
Coppola wins his 4th face-off. Stevie Jones is a D-midi. 3 face-offs, and Coppola has won 4 of the 7 with Austin Rooney, Nick Montagna, Tessa on the field. Almost spring weather as Justin Coppola will do his best. So quick and agile. A big-time recruit for Villanova. Job that time as Justin Coppola has won 5 of the 8 face-offs, and it's a violation against Coppola. So Drexel, any extra possession is a bonus, and they're winning.
Opportunities here as well today, because they're, at the end of the day, it might be close right now, might be 5-4 in face-offs Villanova, but I'd expect this to be a wide margin by the time this game's over. They're going to get more opportunities, more possessions than Drexel. They have to play smart and not give the ball away.
Look at this, Drexel winning face-offs.
Again, it's Liam Rosato.
Kid out of Plymouth Meeting, same hometown as Brett Baskin. You can dodge a little bit, and you should have those openings. And Quinn's more of a body defender. You see, Basile was only able to dodge a little bit, and they didn't slide that time, and he had the opening. So if you can work around those poles, a lot of the poles have been winning their matchups.
In a game, you get stopped on the first one, you're not going to get stopped again.
Fast break Villanova offense in Lacrosse. When did you think you'd see it? Well, now it's a thing. And how about the face-off? That's Liam Rosato winning the face-off against Justin Coppola. You know, Austin.
Yeah, I think that the question marks are going to continue to surround that face-off X. Who's going to take home more of these draws?
Villanova, what are you looking for in the third quarter here, Austin?
Yeah, I think that the question marks are going to continue to surround that face-off X. Who's going to take home more of these draws? Because Villanova is supposed to control in the face-offs, but so far they haven't.
It'll be Justin Coppola. You can see Drexel trying to make it more of a scrum, 50-50. Get their wings involved. It's working pretty well. Chet Camizio reliable on the wing for Villanova as he's able to gather. And a nice job there by Liam Rosato to jump in his last 7 games. He has scored a goal in 29 of his last 32, and that's a 17-game point streak. Now Coppola trying to body up Rosato. And we see a push and Villanova to get possession as no slide in Drexel.
And then here it is. Yeah, you're right. There's a couple of dodges, play in front. You know, a couple guys left wide open in front of the net, and it's been enough to get these goals.
Look at Drexel trying to get the ground ball with Jack Farrell, the wing, and the Dragons have it. That's a team ground ball. That's exactly what Coach Volker wants. Instead of a one-on-one battle, let's make it 3-on-3. The Dragons retain it there as Aiden Cole keeps it from going out of bounds in that second slide, and they missed it that time.
They did, left them open all alone, and you're not going to miss on those shots.
Drexel regains the lead, 7-6, and the face-off almost won that time, and great work by the LSM, Jack Farrell. He's gotten quicker and stronger and more athletic through the years, and he's really against them, but if you try and run past him or just dodge and do a little bit of a rollback, you might have a second opportunity on a redodge as Justin Coppola wins his 9th face-off. Drexel has won 8 of the face-off.
With 6 of the last 7.
So Pat Daly has scored indeed 29 out of his last 31, has a goal in 7 straight games, and Villanova wins the faceoff via the wing thanks to Chet Comizio, who's been a star again today. Games as they'll be at Robert Morris next weekend in Pittsburgh. Of course, they beat Marquette on the road last week, and I believe Marquette played Robert Morris today, if I had that right. How about that? Robert Morris beating Marquette by a 10-7 score. Justin Coppola against the face-off unit. How about Farrell, the pole, going after it very well. 24 in blue. Check your tallies for Matt Campbell, a third-team All-American kid from last season who led the team with 32 goals. He had 8 extra man goals last year to lead the conference, just like Daly's clicking on the extra man this year. And Drexel about to win the faceoff, but Villanova went for it. Coppola had a nice rebound effort against Peter Rahill, the wing D-midi, but it's a push on Coppola, and Drexel get lifetime out of 53 tries in his career. It's incredible. That's 46 out of his last 47 games. He has a multi-point game. The loss against Penn was his first game ever in college lacrosse in 5 years that he didn't have a point in a game. It was incredible. A 52-game point streak as Drexel wins the faceoff. We might have a push there. Unsettled for the Dragons, and Baton makes the
minutes left, and just go to the goal. Whatever you have to do, go to the goal and finish it out strong. Nick, back to you.
Justin Coppola wins the faceoff for Villanova. They've been going to the goal too. Unbelievable run by Villanova after Drexel had the big fourth quarter 2 years back when these teams last played. Villanova has outscored teams 21-6 here in the fourth quarter this year. And Drexel's been a good fourth quarter team as well. They've made the comebacks against a lot of teams, and they came back on a lot of teams last year as well. As we get
face off, let's see if they can continue to use some of that momentum from that goal here in the fourth.
That ends a run of 6 straight goals scored by Villanova. Drexel trying to muck it up, keep the clamp down low. You can't spin anymore, less like the old rules, especially some of their backups. But that third midfield spot, big run here by the Dragons as Coppola wins it. 3 goals and 4 assists today. That's a push against Parkinson. Farrell, the pole, grabs the ground ball off the wing, and then he chucks it away, and Drexel will turn. The feed from Donnelly from Axe. No, they say the feed from Semple, and Mulcahy with the goal, his 8th of the season. And suddenly it's a ball game as Mulcahy with 1-1. What did you see on the faceoff that time, Boston? They've dodged to get open today. So the Wildcats taking the face-off with Justin Coppola. Penalty flag, players in the box. We're trying to get the call. It's on Luke Stansfield, a slashing call. To count the goal, penalty stays. That's a big face-off win for Drexel, or else Villanova would have had goal and extra man. So went to the face-off, not what you would think would be an advantage for Drexel. And how about the play we've seen from Liam? Unsettled here for Ryan Genord. Drexel gets one back. It's now a 14-11 game. So Villanova suddenly has some momentum there. A chance to keep the ball, get the extra man off the faceoff. You don't expect Drexel to win it, but they won them today, and they get the unsettled goal.
Yeah, I guess they just updated the faceoff stats. They now have won the majority of the faceoff Drexel has, and they come up with a big goal here with 6:27 to go. So talk about a quick response at 29, and it's all been led by Liam Rosato, who has won 12 out of 21.
still in the box. Penalty. So Villanova winning the faceoff will ensure them an extra man. They found the short stick matchup over and over and over again, and every coach will poll the different player. Do you stop Campbell? Do you stop Keating? Do you stop Basile? Teams were putting a poll on Basile early in the season, and it could be Daly one day. You just don't know.
Right.
And it's like that for Villanova every year. With always 5 or 6 guys who can score. It's Coppola who wins the faceoff. A trail check by Drexel. That's what they do well. They almost